This is my third time filming it. I am tired. Every time I've gotten to the editing stage, I realize something is wrong with the camera. If I would just take 2 seconds to check, all of this would have been fine. But no. So here I am doing it for the third time. Third time. All right, anyways. During my senior year of college, as all of my friends and I were working on our final projects, we started talking about what life was going to look like in the next few weeks as we led up to graduation. A few of my friends talked about moving out of state, either because they were super tired of Wisconsin or they were going to move for a new job. We were all about to enter a world we didn't really know much about. Our realities were shaped by what we learned from pop culture and those who had graduated before us. We all sat and talked, and as my friends continued to talk about where they would move to, what states they were looking at, what cities they were thinking of, I couldn't help but think that this would be one of the last times we'd all be like this. 21-year-old Haley was devastated. All of these people who she had spent 4 years with were about to leave and spread out across the world. But there was a part of me that was dreaming about visiting the places they were talking about embarking on new adventures with my friends as they moved around the world. In a moment of wisdom from pre-developed brain Haley, I remember saying out loud, how lucky are we that our friends are going to move to such cool places and we're going to get to visit them. I still think about that statement I made 6 years ago, even to this day. Since I've graduated college, I have changed friend groups, changed jobs. My friends have moved, and even I have moved away if you count living in Arizona for 6 months of the year, moving away. So I'm going to say something a little controversial though. You should want your friends to move away. I know that sounds crazy. I completely understand, but it honestly can be a great thing for you, especially if you like travel. And sometimes it's exactly what you need to grow your friendship. If you will sit with me for the next few minutes, I will convince you that your friends moving away isn't the end of the world. And in fact, it is one of the best things that can happen for you if you are an avid traveler like me. First, let me say this. It is not easy when your friends move away. Last year when I left for Arizona, I sobbed to my friends saying goodbye. Part of that is because I had a really rough year the first time I went to Arizona. The second is I am really, really bad at goodbyes. Um, I was leaving for 6 months and I would see my friends again in 6 months. And I cried so hard because when your friends move away, it just sucks, plain and simple. There is no way around that. The people who were once a quick call or text away to hang out are now hundreds, if not thousands of miles away from you. Years before I started to go to Arizona, two of my best friends left me and moved away to different cities. These were two people who I really honestly relied on to hang out with all the time. They were my go-to people. We had been best friends pretty much since we were in high school, and it was really hard to watch people who we had grown up through all the years, lived in all these different cities, now go off on their own. I dreaded the thought of them leaving Milwaukee and leaving me behind, but I could never say that to them. I kept thinking if the tables were turned, I would hope my friends were going to be as supportive and proud of me. So that's what I tried to give them in return. However, it was really hard at first. What I felt was this weird hole. It sort of felt like my friends were ghosts. Like they weren't in front of me anymore. I knew they were alive and I knew they were still living their lives, but I couldn't reach them. They were of a different world than the one I was living in. And it honestly felt that way for a while. I was lucky that when they came home, we always made time for each other and we picked up where we left off. I really missed my friends, but I kept remembering what I said when I was 21. How I kind of wanted my friends to move away. So I needed to explore that a little more. If I were you, I would be questioning me how this is good, how any of this sounds good. And let me tell you, you want your friends to move away because it gives you the best excuse to go visit them. Let me explain a little bit further. Let's take a case study of one of my two friends that moved away. This one, after graduation, moved to Denver and started her life there. Now, at this point in time, I had never been to Denver, let alone Colorado. I had been wanting to go, but I just hadn't been. As she moved out there, she started telling me about all these cool hikes she was going on, these cool adventures. She was going to this awesome brewery down the street, and she was like seeing all of these things that we could not see in Wisconsin. She was falling more in love with the state by the day, and I wanted to know what was really going on. So I started to look into plane tickets. Now it's been about 4 years, and I have been to Colorado probably 6 times, 7 times, and it has been amazing. I have gotten to see so much of Colorado and the Denver area on a level that I would not have gotten if my best friend did not move there. That is one amazing part about your friends moving away to different parts of the country is you get to explore on a much deeper level. You kind of get to explore these different areas as though you were a local living there. If my friends didn't move away, I would not have explored the areas I did as much as I did for as cheap as I did. When your friends move away, you get to take advantage of something amazing called staying at your friends' houses. But staying at your friend's house can be a great way to see an area for cheap. You get a place to stay, you have a place that you can make meals, usually at a low cost. You will hopefully have a friend who can drive you around, or access to public transportation with someone who knows how to use it, or even just a ride to and from the airport. If you were to go to the same place without all of the amazing selfless services of your friend, it would cost you a lot more. Let's take, for example, all of my trips to Denver. Think about how many hotel stays, how many rental cars, how much in public transportation I would have dished out over the years to see what I have seen. And instead, over the years, I have gotten cheap meals. I have gotten a place to stay. I've had so much fun, and I haven't had to break the bank to see Denver and Colorado in the ways I have. You can also use your friend's new city as a great jumping off point to see so much more. I've talked a lot about how I've seen other parts of Colorado. Let me tell you about something even more recent. Just a few months ago, my cousin was living in Northern California for a while, and I went out to visit her, and we went to go see Lake Tahoe, which was about an hour and a half away from where she was living. If you know anything about visiting Tahoe, it is pretty expensive. You often have to fly into like Reno, rent a car, get a hotel. It is a pretty expensive area to visit. Beautiful, but expensive. When I went to Tahoe, I had a place to stay, transportation, two local guides who knew the area really well because they had been going so often. That was so invaluable. We got to see so much and do so much for like such a small budget. We literally had the perfect day. We were just talking about it the other day, actually. Beautiful weather. We saw so much. We hiked. Just absolutely fantastic. I even swam in Lake Tahoe. It was freezing cold, but I loved it. I'm very happy I got to do that. But none of this would have been possible if my cousin didn't live nearby. Think about how much Tahoe would have cost me otherwise. Hotels aren't cheap. That rental car sure is not cheap, especially if I was going for a number of days. Every meal I had to pay for. I will never get to go to Tahoe for that cheap again. There is also something to say about watching your friends grow in this new home of theirs. I think about my friend who moved to Denver and how she wasn't always at home in Wisconsin. She didn't love it here like I did. So when she went to Denver and she finally found her home there, it was like a weight being lifted off of me. She finally found her place. She found where she belonged. She found a place that felt like home. And as her friend, it was amazing to watch her grow there. It was also great because her living in Denver allowed us to explore it together. We have done a number of things together that she would never have done if I didn't go and visit. We always use my trips as an excuse to be a local tourist. On our recent trip last spring, we did Red Rocks, we did Casa Bonita, we also did a brewery game. And while we had done a brewery game in Denver before, doing Casa Bonita and a Remy Wolf concert at Red Rocks was amazing. Both bucket list items for us, and we had an amazing time. She had been living there for like almost 5 years at that point, and she had not done 2 Denver staples. But it was fine because this is like a bucket list item for both of us to go. We had been saving it. It was perfect. Both were fantastic. If you have a chance to go, please do both. They were amazing. But having your friends visit allows you to be a tourist in your new city. And to top this all off, your friends will end up making new friends in their new city. That sounds terrifying, especially if they meet people who are cooler than you. I get it. But you don't know who these people will become to you as well. I think about my other best friend I was talking about who moved. She moved to Michigan, and she would often talk about her amazing community and her neighbors and how amazing and supportive they were. And when I finally took a trip up to visit her, I saw what she meant. I got to meet some of the nicest people who loved and cared for my best friend as much as I did. And it was so amazing to see this community form around her and her kids and her husband. I can't always be there for her, so it's great to see that there are people in person who can be. I made great memories with them. I've made great memories with a lot of my new friends in Denver. I'm so lucky. I have a huge network of people out there now. You never know what's going to happen when your friends move away. You never know what's going to happen when you move away. I promise you, it's going to be okay. So how is it going to be okay? Your friend's so far away. Here's the deal about your friends moving away. You will have to put the effort in. I always feel like your friends moving away is like when you find out your first like adult friend is having a baby for the first time. It feels terrifying. How is anything ever going to be the same again? Your lives are completely going to change. It's going to be awful. And then your friend has the baby, or in this case, your friend moves away. And it's not that bad. Your life adjusts around it. You figure it out. You start doing different things. Still together. Your life is now also expanded. You have different people. You have different things to do. Trust me, my best friend who moved to Michigan moved away and had 2 kids. I'm so lucky because we are so close. We're probably even closer than ever. We were just saying on the phone last night when I called her. It is amazing to watch her kids grow up, and they're actually even moving farther away from us. And while that kind of hurts because she'll be farther away, I'm gonna miss her and her husband and her kids so much. We're still close. We're still talking. We still send pictures to each other. It's amazing. She's actually coming out to visit me in Phoenix this year with our other best friend from high school, and I get to show her my city. She's never been to Phoenix, so I get to show her around and show her what I love about it there. Plus, I'm making plans to go visit her in her new home. It's this wonderful trade-off we get to do with each other, that we get to keep going back and forth and exploring new places together. We also live in a great time to be in long distance friendships. I think about how hard this would be 100, even 50 years ago. We live in a time where we have FaceTime, we have Snapchat, we have texting, we have phone calls, we have letters if you want to go old school. Communication is ample, and we are able to keep up with our friends who move away a lot easier than generations before us did. One tip I have for you who are facing your friends moving away or you're moving away is to create a bucket list together about the new city or place you guys are moving to. Create a list of things you want to do together and you save that for each other. So on the first trip out, you start checking things off. Like for example, Casa Bonita was such a big thing for me and my friend. We love South Park. So getting to go to that restaurant together and getting to experience that together was perfect. I would not have wanted to go with anyone else. And there's a reason we saved it. Making a bucket list for your new city will be really helpful. It'll give you both something to look forward to. It'll give you an excuse to go do things in the new city. I really recommend it, and I recommend sticking to it. Keep your friends in mind when you are planning your new lives. I really think that'll be helpful. Your friends moving away is not a death sentence. It's really not. We live in an age where it's so much easier. If you like to travel, your friends moving away is the best excuse to go visit somewhere new and to live like a local. I promise you guys, you will have so many new beautiful memories together in these new places. Your friendship will grow in a place where roots weren't established, but you can start putting them down. I hope you are proud of your friends, and I hope your friends are proud of you if you're the one moving. It's hard. It's not easy. I believe in all of you who are coming across this crossroads. You're gonna be okay. Put in some effort, book some plane tickets, make a bucket list. I promise you all, you will make it through. All right, I really hope this one works. This is, like I said, my 3rd time filming this. At the end, I have some clips for the first time I recorded it because my boyfriend's dog was being adorable and I don't want to not include her because she was so cute. So please enjoy that clip at the end, and I hope you all have a wonderful, beautiful week. I will see you guys all here soon, and I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Oh, thank you. Do you want to be a part of things? Hi, baby. Oh. Hey, you're a lapdog, aren't you? Oh. Oh no. I'm stuck here.